This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. The first group of immigrants were scheduled to arrive last night at the new Everglades detention center dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. In a post to X last night, Republican Attorney General James Othmeyer said Alligator Alcatraz will be checking in hundreds of criminal illegal aliens tonight. Next stop, back to where they came from. It wasn't immediately clear precisely when the detainees would arrive or where they were coming from. Officials said they were being brought to the facility on buses. Heavy rainfall and localized flooding are possible across our area today and through the holiday weekend. Meteorologist Megan Borowski from the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network says the risk comes from several factors.
All right, so there's an area of low pressure over the northeastern Gulf, and we have a cold front that is slowly making its way into the southeast. Also, we've got elevated water vapor levels through the column of the atmosphere, and these three factors will help to keep the risk for widespread and numerous showers elevated, and they'll increase the risk for heavy rainfall rates and localized flash flooding.
Borowski says that between now and Sunday, 3 to 5 inches of rain could accumulate across the area, with locally higher amounts possible. Although it won't be continuously raining through the weekend, showers could impact barbecues and fireworks. Borowski reminds us to head inside if we hear thunder and to never drive through flooded roadways. Governor Ron DeSantis vetoed funding for public radio and television in the new state budget. As WMNF's Chris Young reports, House Minority Leader Fentrice Driscoll is calling the move vindictive.
DeSantis struck down $1.3 million going towards public radio stations and over $4.4 million for public television. That's about $100,000 for each of the state's public radio stations and $370,000 for public television stations. While speaking on WMNF's Midpoint, Driscoll called the move disappointing.
I'm very concerned about this because we know that public radio, public media really helps us to get the truth out. If we want to talk truth, we need to be investing in these radio stations.
It comes as the Trump administration asked Congress to rescind funds for public media from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, including funds for WMNF. WMNF also receives funding from the CPB. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Pasco Resists will be protesting on the 4th of July against what they see as a betrayal of the Constitution and Bill of Rights. As WMNF's Leah Burdick reports, they're standing up against the Trump administration, which they say is becoming authoritarian.
This nonpartisan protest will take place on the corners of Little Road and State Road 54 in Trinity to show how this 4th of July is not a day for celebration. Between 10 in the morning and noon, participants will share how they feel the foundations that protect Americans are at risk. Larry Richards is the organizer.
What we're finding with the Trump administration and all the people who are supporting him is the erosion of all the civil liberties and the rights that those documents are the basis of our country. Whether you want to call it a democracy or whatever you want to call it, it's the fact that it's being eroded.
Richards wants the signs and chants to focus on defending the Constitution. For WMNF News, I'm Leah Burdick.
Ahead of the holiday weekend, the Florida Department of Health in Hillsborough County has issued a water quality advisory for Davis Island Beach in Tampa. Tests completed on Tuesday, July 1st, indicate that the water quality does not meet the recreational quality criteria for Enterococcus bacteria recommended by the Florida DOH. The DOH advises against any water-related activities at Davis Island Beach due to an increased risk of illness in swimmers. The advisory will continue until bacteria levels are below the accepted health level. In weather, it's going to be cloudy with off and on downpours throughout the day and into tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s, and overnight lows will be in the upper 70s. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.